got with the Phoenix Police to do what's called like a ride-along and apply, go to the academy and become a Phoenix police officer. And I had a really bad experience. One of the first things this guy did, he goes, parks behind a shopping center, park here and then wait for a call. Then he starts telling me this story, guy that they had arrested like a night or two before. Then he says, yeah, and then this guy like grabs himself. You blank and want to blank? You want to blank with me? Here, you can blank this. And he said he undid his pants and pulled out his, I go, he took it out? Oh, yeah, no, cop unzips his fly and gets his hand in there and starts to pull himself out. This is what he did. But I just said, you know, I want to go, I want to leave. I want to leave. And he took me back to the station when I was almost 10 years old. But anyway, this guy across the street, he and his wife, they hired me to water it. And Arizona, I mean, I probably watered it, that I don't know, half a dozen times or more, maybe a day. And but there was one time when this guy, his wife was at work. He would get home early, and I was finishing up when he got home of himself. But he had asked me if his wife had paid me, and I said no, I hadn't been paid yet. He said, he goes, I'll be in the house. He goes, just come around to the front door, and just come in. And I knocked, and this guy, I could hear him yell, just come in. Walked in, and he was standing there in the bedroom, and he's got a robe on, but it's open, and he's buck naked. Just common sense, right? You're not going to look at him and stuff, but he takes the robe off, he's buck naked, so I'm just like, you know, again, just kind of looking around, not, I'm giving this guy privacy, right? I'm connecting this like with this police officer some years later, okay? That police officer was like, no, look, you know, trying to get your undivided attention. You know, I was replying and stuff to him and responding, but not looking at him because he's still naked. It's like, and he goes, come here. And I go, nah, you know what, let me come back. I'll come back. I'll just take care of it tomorrow. And he goes, no, I got your money right here. Come here. Let me give you your money so you can get out of here. And he goes, oh, brother, look at that. And he's getting an erection and really not comfortable at all. And he tells me, he goes, just put your hand on it. And I didn't. He goes, just put your hand on it, touch it. And I started getting this panicky kind of, and I just said, I don't want to touch it. I made this mad dash to that living room door, and he beat me to it. But I was a little kid then. Anyway, this guy raped me. He held me down, shoved my face into the carpet. It was right there in the living room, and he pulled my shorts down, and he was angry. Man, he was angry, and he just it hurt. It hurt super bad, and I was crying. I was all tears and snot, and he anyway. It really hurt, but when he was done, man, he just said, this is all your fault. You made this happen. If you would have just touched it, none of this would happen, and all this stuff. And then he went on ranting that he would kill my mom and my dad if I said a word. and he was adamant. I mean, they lived across the street. When I left his house, it was like getting dusky. Wasn't dark. Anyway, I got back home, like a panic feeling, and that dinner was getting ready, and I went right to the bathroom. I went in the bathroom, man. I went in there. I locked the door. I sat down on the toilet. There was blood in my underwear. I can't throw these in the trash. My mom will find out. They'll find out. And then, the Inquisition will happen, and then he'll kill my family. It was crazy stressful. It was connected to what happened with that police officer when he actually unzipped his fly and was gonna pull it out. But at that point, I was a lot older. I stood my ground, and something I should have done when I was 10 years old. It happened with me that if I told anybody, this guy would kill my family. These things mold and shape people. So I didn't become a Phoenix police officer. And the guy that lived across the street, in all honesty, he effed my life up. And his wife did too. Abuse. And it went on for 2 years. That he would have oofed my family if I would have said anything. Anyway, you have a great rest of the day. And